So, you're a beginning photographer and you were trying to figure out, what do I focus on? I remember when I first started and I just knew I knew how to take great photos and my camera was on automatic. Somebody called me out for it. I was taking great photos. I was great at composition. I already have a creative dance background. So I kind of already was, ready to play and just shoot. But I realized I didn't really know my camera. So the first thing I would say if you are starting out in photography is to learn your camera. Please get the idea that you need to have the top of the line camera out of your head and learn camera settings. The first thing you want to learn is the exposure triangle. You want to learn your ISO, you want to learn your shutter speed, and you want to learn your f-stop. Those three things are very important. Every camera has its own way that you go about changing those settings, but that is what's most important. So if you are having ideas in your head, but you're not quite sure how to get your camera to do it, the first thing you want to do is start with the exposure triangle. Learn the rules and then break them. That's my motto. Learn the rules and then break them, okay? Nobody said you had to follow them. I think the rules sometimes get in the way, but I think the rules are a great foundation. So if someone ever challenges your work, you know why you chose to make your photo really dark or bright, overexpose it, oversaturate, undersaturate, whatever your choices are, you want to know the right way. That's my thoughts. So learn the exposure triangle and learn how to adjust those settings on your particular camera. What I did when I first started was go to YouTube University. Google, baby. Google. Back then, not even Google or YouTube. You could YouTube. Back when I started, YouTube was not a thing yet. I'm pretty sure I started with Photography for Dummies book. Like, I had to buy books like that at the time because YouTube was not, you couldn't find that on YouTube. I think it maybe had just started, but no, I was shooting before YouTube was a thing. So, exposure triangle, ISO, shutter speed, and aperture. Those are your best friends. Once you master those and get an idea of when you adjust those, what looks how you want it to look like, then you can go up and go down based on your goals. Me in particular, I love harsh shadows. I love harsh light. Like, that's always been my thing. But I've also learned how to do a more subtle look just because if I ever get a client that wants that, or if I ever want to try something like that, I want to know how to do it. I don't want to, if I choose to do something that is not ideal, it needs to be a choice, not because I don't know how to do it. And so learn your camera, learn your settings. The other thing you want to learn is composition. Composition is very important. And learn your lighting. I'm a studio lighting girl. Learn your lighting. Learn the rules and then break them. I'm breaking the rules right now with this video. And that's why some stuff I'll be like, oh, I can't release it because I'm always breaking rules. And so I know people are going to watch it and be like, why did she do that? Oh, it's not this or that. Baby, I know what it's supposed to be, but I have a problem, okay? I don't know how to follow rules. It might be the Aquarius in me. I don't know. But I know the rules. But, baby, I'm going to break them. I'm going to break them. I'm going to do something because I don't want my shit to look like everybody else's. I don't want it to look like what you did. Unless I want it to look like that. It's going to be because that's what I want. It's not going to be because so-and-so said this is how you're supposed to do it. It's going to be because that's what I saw in my head. I feel like photography, video, and all of this is, for me, it's about creating an idea in my head and getting it out. So I'm going to do that however I feel necessary. But I always think learning the rules are important because I've been on sets or on red carpets and I get challenged as a professional about whether or not I know how to do something. The other thing I would suggest when it comes to photography, if you are just starting, is to go out and shoot as much as you can. Go out and play and shoot as much as you can. That is the only way you're going to learn. Your camera needs to feel like an extension of you, of your arm. So you need to feel comfortable with it. You need to feel comfortable going in, changing settings. You need to feel comfortable with how you hold it. You need to know how you hold it. It makes you feel good. And then the more you do it, the more you learn what you like, the more mistakes you make, the more things you do right. The more you push the limits, the more you understand where you want to be in those limits. So I say playing is super important, and I highly recommend it. Get your friends, get your family members, and constantly just test stuff out. But yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in. Again, this is a new channel. I'm still figuring out where we're going to go with it, but hopefully that was helpful. If you were doubting what you should study next, that's the thing. I know I said it's the end, but that's the thing. You need to study. You need to study. People want to skip steps, especially now because the cameras are so good. You can shoot on your iPhone. You can do automatic. You don't have to learn. But if you really want to do this, if you really are trying to take it serious and you're self-taught, because I'm self-taught. If you are self-taught, then you have to study. That's something else I want to talk about. I don't know if this is all the same episode or whatever, but what is self-taught? Sometimes I think people feel like self-taught means that they don't know anything, or they literally only taught themselves. I think self-taught means that you did not get formal education. Self-taught does not mean you can be I think self-taught means that you did not go to formal education. I'm self-taught. However, I studied YouTube University, and I also pay and go to workshops as often as I can, whether it's a $20 workshop to a $250 workshop or more. Whether it's a $200 video I buy off of, not Instagram, off of online, whether it's in person, whether it's assisting somebody for free for years at a time. Like, I studied, I took time to really try to perfect my craft and learn from different people, and I still consider that self-taught. Because I did not go to formal school. I had to create my own curriculum. I had to find and seek the teachers. I had to find and seek the resources and tools and things and put it all together and figure it out. I had to figure out what I even wanted to learn so I could find the right teacher or the right YouTube video. And sometimes that gets discouraging because everybody's like, go to YouTube, go to YouTube, go to YouTube. But sometimes you don't know enough to even know what to search yet. And you might find somebody who's breaking it down, but you don't learn that way, or their accent, or you don't even like their style of work, or whatever it may be. You just may not connect with them, which is part of why I want to do this YouTube channel. I want to make sure for the girl like me who was trying to find a YouTube channel to learn from, and you had these teachers that you just didn't connect with, I want you guys to be able to connect with me. I want you to feel excited to come to my channel. I hope I'm able to teach you guys some new things, and we could really create a community. But part of my channel is going to be about authenticity. It's going to be about being your best self. It's going to be about building confidence. It's going to be about relationships. It's going to be about process, right? It's going to be all those things, because it's more to taking a good photo than your camera settings. It's connecting with the model. It's having an eye. It's being confident in the space. And there's so much to it. And it's a process. And I know this world is really big on like speeding it up, but take your time. Don't you rush that thing, like Mary J. Blige said. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please leave down in comments if you guys enjoyed this video and what you guys want to see next. Peace.